is that from her? And I'm gonna start it. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
They made me do it. Then question mark.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going live.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are. Mike, take it away on this beautiful Friday, August
It's
21st in 2020.
Woo! What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up?
Hey, hey.
Oh my God, it's so fun. We're gonna end the show here. Have a great weekend. Goodbye, everybody.
You are a nut, dude.
Oh shit. Hey, what's up, everybody? Friday, of course, we're always crazy as always, but we'll throw this title at you so we can start talking about it. It's actually the name of Elle's book that she has called They Made Me Do It. But we added a question mark behind it, and that's something that she actually was leading to with the title anyway. And it's because no one can make you do anything. We pressure ourselves into what people can think by our ego. We pressure ourselves into what other people may think about us if we don't go along with what they're doing. But ultimately, no one can make you do it unless they literally hold you down and force you. Even then, you didn't do it. They forced something physically upon you, which is rare. Most cases, they're like, oh my God, well, I didn't have a choice. What do you mean? Well, everybody else was going. So it means like I didn't want to be the odd man out or odd lady out. Or, you know, I just, for me, it was like, well, I didn't really want to eat that, but they put it at me and told me that they bought it specifically for me. So I went and ate it anyway. So I kind of felt like they made me do it. No one made me do it.
Mm-hmm.
No one.
That was, yeah, that was a really good one. The food one, because that's actually what happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Someone
Mm-hmm.
offered me food. Actually, they didn't offer it. Well, the way in which they offered it, you wonder, do I have a
Mm-hmm.
choice here? And they
Yeah,
said,
but you
to
did.
them, it was a size. So they said, just eat it. It's so small. No, they said just eat it. And I said, well, I don't want to. I don't really want it right now. They're like, it's so small. Just go ahead. And it's food as an example, but it's applicable to so many areas in our life that there is no size. It's whether you want to do something or not. And when people try to use words of persuasion for their own satisfaction, just stay in your alignment and no is peace. No doesn't, you lead everything. Your only job is to focus on yourself and your own inner being.
Mm-hmm.
When we move our mindset of, I'm probably going to hurt their feelings, that's going to be rude if I say, we need to start flipping a lot of switches. And like Mike had said earlier
Yes.
before we got on here, rude if you say no. How about it's rude if someone's trying to force their desire upon you,
Absolutely. Regardless of the size of something.
regardless of the size or something? And again, a lot of times the inner conversations that we have on ourselves, we beat ourselves up first and foremost. But we're here to start practicing doing a
Mm-hmm.
flip, changing the script on things, and placing it back away from, placing it off of you, off
Right.
of you.
Right. Yes, not being scared to be have an awkward moment actually because that's power. I mean, and the thing that with
It's going to feel weird anyway, right? Might as well feel
it
better after you have an awkward moment.
there you go. That is so true because you ever exactly because if you go and accept what they're saying or forcibly offering you, not only was it an odd moment, then they still got what they wanted. Someone has to learn to respect and understand that you are going to stand up for what you believe in. And it's not the size of it that matters. For me
Mm-hmm.
personally, a couple people in my life, I noticed that in a very jovial, happy way, they would force stuff on. Take it, eat it. Oh, it's just a little bit. Oh, I got this for you. Oh, you really serious? I got this for you. I know you, and you're not going to eat it and sit there and put it on the sad tones. But if I went in and got something for those people or that person, do you know they would very, how I say the word, very not forcefully, but they would very with very
Stern.
much sternly, yes, nice but sternly, they would say, "Thank you, El." They would go, "No, thank you." Now, same person that goes, "Oh God," when they don't care, they're not upset, they have no problem what you think. It was no, thank you, and they
What
don't
else?
care if you went out and bought something for them, whatever. Oh, I got something for you. You could be excited. Oh, no, thanks.
I love Mike's story from that, Mike, because there's so much more depth to what Mike's saying. He's saying that again, he was able to stay in his own alignment now and say there's a couple things that are happening.
Mm.
One, Mike learned from the very person that was trying to force something on them. Mike
Yes.
didn't say, well, when I in turn trying to hand them something, they decline it. And now I'm upset, I'm annoyed, I'm angry. You miss your opportunity for the learning experience.
Yes.
When you hold anger toward when you hold anything less than love, you miss your opportunity to learn.
100. Wow.
And so Mike was able to learn from that and say, you know what? I like that this person who's forcing things on me, air quote force, when I go to
Yes.
offer something, they are stern and saying, I don't want it.
It's
That's
not
your
an option.
lesson.
They're not taking it. They don't care what you did. You can say, "Oh, I thought that." They don't care. It's like
Yes. And
end of
that's how
story.
Mike stepped into saying no because he saw every person is your teacher. Every person is your teacher. You're
Yes.
pulling every individual in your experience to learn from them.
Absolutely. And you know what's funny, Al? It's usually people we have problems with or a situation about them we have a problem with that they are actually your best teachers. The people you get along with,
Yeah.
that's easy. That's the easy classes you like. You're not going and chasing in all the hard classes, but if you take a different approach to the classes that are tough to you, they're going to teach you the most.
So true, Mike. Because when you embrace your power that you attract only good for yourself, it's acknowledging that you also pull these people in your life because you want to expand, you want to learn,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you're ready for it. You're ready
100%.
for it.
Yes, yeah. It's so many. We've been listening to Florence Scovel Shin,
Oh my
and
gosh, so good.
she is so funny
Which one?
because you know,
Which one, Mike?
um, oh, the game of life.
Yeah.
The game of life. When you call life a game, keep saying it's a game. And one of the things that I'm doing now that I had stopped doing was affirmations. And affirmations or affirmations, there's two ways you can ask a question of success, or you can or state a question of prosperity, whichever one. Like, why am I so successful? Or you could say, I am so successful. I believe it's up to the individual which one you want to use. Really, which one feels better, because there's no one way to get to where you have to go. I'll switch it up. There's every day is different, but one of the things is I personally didn't used to speak my affirmations out loud. I used to just, and that means go to some place quiet. But there is power in using all of your powers. Just don't think a thought. Don't. When I learned, don't force a visualization. Don't force a vision. So, for example, if I'm thinking of something that I want, like say I love Jeeps, so I have this imagination for this perfect Jeep. I could say, why is my Jeep so beautiful? And now I may know a color later on, say, why is my black Jeep with the red tire so beautiful? And you just keep going on as visions come into your mind. But to try to sit down and nail it down, that's where you're doing the forcing. And that's where the vision is becomes an effort, and then it's not even fun to think of it anymore. But when
Right.
you see what I'm saying with that?
Yeah, I like how she said it because it's something that naturally just occurs in you. You don't have to
Yes.
you don't have to force anything in life,
Don't
even your
force
visions.
even the visions. Don't force the visions. And people, here's something I learned too. See, we thought visions was a picture. Visions are ultimately for a feeling anyway, but you can vision with feeling. You may not be able to see a picture of a car, but you could actually vision how the car would feel. That's still a vision. You could literally feel how a
Mm,
tennis ball would feel in your hand, even if you couldn't picture the tennis ball verbatim how it would look in your hand. You still know what a tennis ball feels like. That's still visioning. There's different terms for different ways to vision. So,
okay.
but the only thing that is not true is that you can't vision. Everyone can vision.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I can ask you a question, what are your shoes upstairs the color of? Gray. Well, you believe it or not, the only way you knew it was because you could envision what color they were. So there is
Sure.
no one that can vision. So don't say you can't vision. You just may vision differently. Other people are very good at seeing a scene with people, and other people are good at feeling a scene. They feel the scene with their emotions, and can imagine the hugging and with the laughter without actually clearly seeing the persons themselves. That's
Mm.
still visioning. It's just different than what everyone thinks a vision is, a clear visual picture with only your eyes. That's not the only way you vision.
So vibrationally.
Vibrational vision is different than so many things that we're just doing with our eyes. We say vision, we only think of our eyes. We don't think of anything else. We don't think of smell, touch, taste. We just think
Right. Yeah.
eyes only. And that's not true. So it helped me open my doors of my mind to learn
Right.
that when I thought I wasn't visioning, because I was like, man, I could feel how it would feel to be in the best shape of my life. But when I try to look into the mirror and envision my body in front of me, I can't get that clear cut picture. And I was like, first of all, I'm trying to force it. Second of all, I could feel how my body would feel, and I didn't count that as a vision.
Mm. That's really good. That's a really good takeaway.
You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
this is stuff
It,
that I learned, like, wow, people vision differently.
and you, how you said it before, is just the understanding. When you have a deeper understanding, there's so much more you can do with things when you have a deeper understanding
Yes.
of things,
Yes.
and not comparing
Absolutely.
yourself to others as well. That's a big thing. And where
Right.
you
Oh my
are,
God.
understand. Again, go back to one being kind, but understanding where you are is perfect. It's right where you're meant to be.
It's
It's
right
right
where
where
you're
you're
meant
meant
to
to
be.
be. And this message that you're listening to is right what you needed to hear in this very moment. You
Absolutely.
know, um,
Yeah.
then they made me do it. We're about taking accountability for ourselves, because in doing that, what do? You're empowered.
You're empowered. You're
It's,
empowered.
it's all eyes on you. It is all eyes on you. And this is your world.
Literally your world. And as we're doing this, everyone, when we say literally your world, Neville Goddard said, you may be fooled because the fact that if you were to cut, you would to bleed. If you were to do something, you would hurt yourself. So it's really, really hard for a conscious linear mind to accept that this is all imagination.
Hmm.
Everything is imagination. The realness of everything you can touch with your physicality is literally imagination first.
Mm.
And what was that thing I said earlier? Was your present mind is your future? What was that thing I was gonna quote earlier? Um,
Your future is your present mind.
yes, your future is your present mind.
Yeah, that was really, really good.
I heard that quote. I think it was Florence Scovel Shinagan, and it was just like, "Wow, your future is your present mind." So, if you ever want to change your future, which everyone should be interested in, if you're interested in seeing what you want, which I think everybody is,
Hmm.
what is your present mindset? But the difficulty with us is, as this world gets more now, think about this. You want to get out of the store faster, shorter lines. You want to go to the bank, there's an ATM. You want to do something that makes shorter, quicker for everybody. So we're used to physical instant gratification.
Hmm.
So whenever there's a delay between our desire and our physical manifestation, because we're now living in a world of want this is easy, get on Amazon, you don't have to wait, get you can just order it online, you have to go to the store. So instant gratification, although it is amazing, you have to put it in its perspective place in life, because as you're getting instant gratification through the physical world of online stuff, ATMs, going to the store, 5 items or less. They used to have 15 or 25 items less when I was younger. It was like 30 items or less. Then they got to
Hmm.
15 items less. Now it's 10 items less, because they just want to get you out. But your brain is getting that habit of now,
Hmm.
which if you're not aware, it diminishes your faith in the fourth dimension, because if it doesn't show up, you lose your faith quicker, because you're
Mm.
used to getting things so quickly.
I like that.
Did you see what I'm
I like
saying?
that. I
And so
like
we
that.
can't lose, while being grateful for this, we have to know that this is a manifestation of the imagination.
But
Don't lose sight of
yeah,
everything.
that was so beautiful. And just to add to it, is what you're saying, not to lose sight of your power as well. I don't know if we shared this on our last episode, but often there is a shadow that we put between our object of desire and ourself.
Hmm.
We place in front of it money, and money is not real, it's not your main source of income. You are.
Wow.
And as you're here, what Mike said is we're it's more pertinent now than ever that
Mm-hmm.
you embrace your power and ability
Mm-hmm.
and just understand and know that it all falls on you. Don't let your light not shine. Don't let it be shadowed with money. Don't let it be diluted with the facade of money brings your desire. You bring your desires.
Wow. Yes. 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 And everybody like this, as far as this, you really have to sit back quietly and just really, really take in. Otherwise, you'll be sitting there like, wait, money makes you happy. Money. And I did it for the longest time, and I promise you that is not the way.
It's not my. I'm even literally right here because we don't prep any of this, as you can tell.
Oh, really? We didn't know that. Do we prep, Ellie? What's prep? Oh my god. Oh
We
my
only
god.
prep to have a good time. That's it.
There you
Um,
go. That's all that's necessary.
when we had made a decision, we said we're committed to the vibrational world. I don't know
Hmm.
why, but it just hit me right now that that's when Florence what's her that thing?
Scoville Shin. Florence Scoville Shin.
Florence Shin came into
Hmm.
our experience. In fact, you picked her up the night before, and in the morning, I did, and neither of us even knew it. Mike
We
and I,
had no idea.
Mikey's like, okay, this is just crazy.
You saw my text, right? Because I was like, oh my God. I stayed up all night listening to her with the intention of the
The same
first
one,
thing I'm
you
going
said,
to
right?
do, the same exact one. And so, we have a joint text thing where we all send each other voice message, like text messages, all our family, our siblings. And so, whenever someone sends a really inspiring Abraham Hicks and Joe Dispenza, whatever we're going to do, and so I get on there, I see, oh, guys, you got to listen to this, blah, blah, so interesting. Now, I'm waking up tired because I was loving, in fact, I should say tired because I was so excited from listening to her. I couldn't wait to share it with Elle. So I tap on the one she sends first. I'm like, and the same recording starts playing again. I went back, I played it again. I said, wait a minute, maybe so I like closed all the windows, and then I went and clicked on her thing again, and Florence Scovel Shin came up again. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. She was listening to the same one. And guys, we were all about Abraham Hicks, still are. Don't get me wrong. All about Neville Goddard, still are. But Florence Scovel Shin is someone that really a lot of people don't know about. That was decades before Neville Goddard.
And
So it's
she, yeah, and to be at the place where we agreed to be, you and I, and we said,
mm-hmm,
return our backs on the human experience. Don't worry,
mm-hmm,
guys. It's a well-oiled machine, and it keeps going. But we are dedicating the same amount of attention to the vibrational experience that we gave
mm-hmm,
to the human. And that happened. And the other thing that happened that was really funny, I was cleaning out because that's one thing she had said. Cleaning things out and not hoarding. It's really good, guys. If you can pick up her actual book, I'm going to order it. But I was cleaning, and the other day I had a desire for a backwasher. Like I was like, I want a backwasher, and
oh my
my
God.
key was on the phone, and I was like, I wanted one, and I'm cleaning. I was like, oh my God, Mike, here is the backwasher. I desired it the other day,
Oh my
and I'm
God.
cleaning things out, and Mikey's like, you know what? We can't.
I said I can't do this. I
Because
can't do this.
Mikey had said he desired one the night before.
The night before I was in the shower, I was like, man, you know what I missed? I used to have a while years ago. I said a back washer. I love my back scrubber. It was so cool. And so I just put it out there. Now, the funny thing was, like if you know the laws of the universe, when you really think of something but let it go, it shows up faster.
Yeah.
Because it's something minute like a back washer, just the fact that we never would talk about something like that. And it was an oh, by the way, mentioned by Elle. And I'm sitting there like, I just started this last night. Now we're running across the same video because we're into the same people. It's not as hard to understand as a back scrubber.
Right.
I was like, really? Like I was just thinking that.
It's so
So
cool.
funny.
It's
It
so
it,
cool.
it really is. It
And
really
guys,
is.
circling back to you. Actually,
I know.
this is all for you guys. We're just kidding.
Oh
But
shit.
circling back for just the awareness when when we have a tendency to perhaps place blame on someone else, not to beat yourself up about it. Just understand that hey, you might be missing out. Not might. You are missing out
You
on an
are missing out.
opportunity to learn and enhance yourself. The moment you meet someone with something other than love, you're missing out the message that was meant for you. The universe said you're ready for it, which is why that person's in your experience right now.
And in
Show
the
it that you
Bible,
are.
exactly, Ellie. I love, love, love what you're saying. And speaking of love, something you just mentioned was so beautiful was in the Bible, God is love.
Mm,
God is love. So when you feel love, you're empowering the God in you. So the more you empower the God in you, the more things go your way. So God is the metaphysical part of you. If you want complete access to anything in this world, remember, God is love. So when you look at someone or your reaction to it is anything but love, you're slowing down the goodness that can come in. You can actually what did oh it was Reverend Ike. He said, I'm going to love someone was annoying this one guy and he said, I'm gonna love the hell out of him.
I like that.
And he said, and I'm gonna love the hell out of him all the way to the bank.
I like that.
And
I
he
really like
did.
that.
And think about that. I'm gonna love the hell out of him, her, all the way to the bank. And that's what you do. You love people because when you can love someone and understanding they're just not in tune where you are, it's like a kid trying to have an argument with you.
Yeah,
Even don't look at the picture of them being an adult sized person. They're arguing for limitations. You will always lose as long as you argue with them. They're
yes,
arguing for limitations. Don't you argue for yours.
very
Don't
true, Mike.
justify.
And I wanted this pop up into my head. Let me see if we have time to share it with the guys. I'll
Hmm.
share it real quick. Is if you ever think that, well, I'll put it in this perspective. The only
Hmm.
way I was always like, I want to change the world. And truly, the only way to change the world is to change yourself. It truly, truly is. There's this one person in my past experience who would never spend, I mean, act like they were dying to spend money on myself, on me, to spend money on me. And I always wanted them to spend money on me. And I was, so adamant about that. Well, I changed myself. I stopped trying to change the person and just dissolved everything and went about life changing myself. And so last week, I ran into the individual and they handed me $100. And I accepted the fund because I changed myself.
100%.
It was no shock as to why the money came in, but it never happened until I took the onus, took what is the word? The obligation on the person to change in order for me to respond differently.
Responsibility. You
Thank
do
you.
the responsibility for having. No, no, no. Sometimes when you, I
Yes,
understand. Believe me, the responsibility. This is beautiful what you're
yes.
saying. I love this story.
And it ties into our title, They Made Me Do It. I took the responsibility that I placed on the other person and I put it on myself and I changed. And then that person gave me
Had no choice. They had no. The
$100.
world will conform to your
Yes,
thoughts. And L,
it
that's an
does.
amazing way for to end this because I really, really love that story. Like that is
Yeah,
so powerful. You literally took someone who at one point would be the last person you would ever think would do it.
last
The last
person
person.
on earth.
Literally
Last.
the last person in your conscious world that would do that. And in
Yeah.
the end, that was the person that couldn't help but.
Asking to get like it was just amazing. And guys, again, everyone in our experience, that person was in mind for me to learn that if responsibility falls on me. Just like we're sharing. They made me do it. No one can make you do everything. It's a choice. It's a choice.
Yes, yes,
Empower
yes.
yourself with the decisions that you're going to make.
I th- and guys, practice this weekend. practice it so much. I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
when you let go of the limits and restrictions in your mind, I've been getting reactions from people just like Elle explained. When you let go, you're going to be looking at people that you knew what they would say before, like, oh my God, that person said that to me. They
Mm-hmm.
would have never did that. And that's what Elle's talking about.
And you're
You're
right. They
going to
would
get.
have never, unless you change yourself. You're right.
They would have never done that. And it's fun seeing it change. You're like, oh my God. Like, it throws you off so far. You're like,
Sure didn't.
oh,
Say no.
well, I'll say it like this: you
It
learn to
can. It can.
appreciate yourself.
Yeah.
You'll learn to appreciate yourself even more when you see the change happen. It's funny. You're like, oh wow, I'm powerful. That
Yes.
is crazy. That's
Yes.
that person over there just doing that. You're
Yeah,
like,
Mike, it is.
whoa.
You're right, Mike. It's such elation. It's such empowerment. It's such excitement to
Yeah.
see yourself grow, to
Yes.
see that you did it. You changed
Yes.
yourself and your outer world changed. You changed your inner self.
Absolutely. Change your inner self. And the way you do is what Elle said to me. Mike, from now on, we're going to live in a vibrational world. We know how to get and push stuff away from us. We're going to live in a fourth dimensional world. We're going to obviously observe what we not observe as lightly as possible what we see with our 3D, your eyes, sense, touch. But all of our work will be done in the vibrational world. Anything you don't like. And I remember her saying, and I'm telling you guys, it's fun to practice it when you know that you're doing everything.
It
It
is.
really is. It's
That was
fun.
good, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you. It's really, really fun. So have fun this weekend, everybody. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
visualize myself eating 6 hamburgers, even though I'm going to eat one.
You
Yes.
are a nut, dude. All right, guys. Happy
All right.
Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody. Ellie, give me that high five.
High five.
Oh, see
All
ya,
right.
everybody. Good
Okay.
weekend.